Hello.
Okay. I'm pretty sure people can hear you.
Okay.
Okay. Actually, you can watch the stream if you want to see the tier list. Okay. Next weapon is arm. Where would you put arm? Now, arm is
S tier because combos.
yeah. I mean, the thing is, arm is also kind of like thing is, you actually kind of do need some skill of arm as well, similar to scope. Like, okay, if you only arm PB, the difference between scope PBs and arm PBs is like, if you're gonna just PB with arm, just use stock rocket. Like, there's no reason to use arm if you can't hit like mid-range shots with it, because then it's just bad. Like, why would you like do 45 damage when you can 1 KO? So you have to hit like
But it's so
mid-range snipe.
good with skill. It's so good if you're good with.
Yeah, that's like the S tier. But like, some people think it's a lower. Yeah, some people view it as a lower tier pick sometimes. I'm not anymore, but like, some people used to because of the fact there's no one good with it. But then Sprite came along and just destroyed everyone and showed everyone how broken arm was. I mean, also another thing is very versatile. Like, 3 different stages. The middle stage can actually 1 KO enemies, which is nice. But the main issue is it has a really bad weakness to trowels. Like like it needs a max charge, and while you're max charging, you can get rocketed or like lunged comboed or like super balled.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and also its mobility isn't the greatest. Like you can like jump to you can instantly jump to, like the bridge with just one max charge. But I mean, it's not impossible to get a max. Like, let's say like Cage plus Arm is a combo Sprite uses. I don't like the combo. I think it's a bad combo. But like Cage, but I think I think anything but Clone with Arm is kind of bad because, ooh, I mean, it's not. Yeah, I mean, I guess Wall would
I
be
mean, at
pretty
least the
good with
brick
Arm.
cost kinda is bad.
No, Clone with Arm. Main issue is like if you use Arm, you either okay. Like thing is, if you use Arm Clone, you have to sacrifice like something, like whether it be like mobility. Like if you sticky clone and like if you like sticky with arm, you're sacrificing a shit ton of mobility. Like with arm, you have to be very confident in your ability to snipe people. Otherwise, it's like fucking trash.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm actually willing to put it high A tier, like highest A tier, like very high A tier, mainly because of like clone nerf really hurts it because now it can't. Now it's much harder to get bricks, and it's also the worst rocket in the game for bricks. Don't forget that. I'm not the worst.
Is there like an in between A and S?
Honestly, I'm willing to put it A tier. Like it has good positive, but also its drawbacks are also really severe. Like even if like I mean, I guess the good thing is like you can shoot 4 arms, but in the time you shoot 1 stock, and like people don't hit every single rocket. Like let's say you miss every 4 stocks, like and you hit like once every 5 times you shoot. That's around 24. No, that's around like 20 shots with Huss. And the 20 shots with arm. And in those 20 shots, it's kind of mixed.
What? Or PG there.
Yeah. So I mean, like, you're like, I'm like, okay, so you can shoot 20 arm shots in the time you shoot 5 rockets. Even if you hit like 2, 3, that's still more value than like if you can like 4 out of those 20 shots, that's an insane value. But like, I mean, it's just like I don't think it's worthy of S tier. Spec, you there? Spec? Spec, are you dead? Spec is dead. Spec? Okay. While we wait for Spec, I'll do some gameplay. Spec, you there?
Man.
I don't think Arm can okay deserves to be S tier because mobility, bricks, set issues with viable sets, and also the fact that it doesn't want to KO, and also it needs like a ton of skill to actually be more effective than some like stock. Yeah, those are my reasonings. What about you? What do you think?
I mean, I think like maybe A+.
There's yeah, so just high A tier then. Okay, first A tier. Next we have laser. Laser's an easy S tier. Laser is pretty similar to Star.
I don't know about S tier though.
I mean, laser is really similar to Star in a sense. Like, on one hand, like both of them have like similar reloads. Both of them have like pretty good speed. Both of them have like
Star's a
slight.
bit faster though.
Yeah, Star is a bit faster. But the thing is, laser also doesn't have the arc. Like the arc is useful and negative. Like laser can hit straightforward shots, the Star can't. And
Yeah.
also one thing about laser is the fact that like it can do more consistent damage per shot. Like let's say like even if you hit like radius, do 40, that's like more than like what like 20 radius, or like let's say you do like hit one rocket to 70 damage. That's generally more consistent than laser will be. And then the fact that laser can KO from like all ranges, it's like it's very similar to Star. Like the main difference is the fact that it can one hit KO and the fact that it doesn't have an arc, and also a slightly higher reload. It's just a very consistent rocket. Like
I mean,
there's
I
not.
think A tier though. I think A
I
tier.
think S tier.
I think it's middle of the mid A tier.
No. Would you put something as laser as worse than stock rocket? That's the thing.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wouldn't put stock in A tier.
Honestly, if it weren't for maybe. Honestly, if it weren't for crystal and like scope and like star being broken, laser would just be very very dominant. Like laser is a is a borderline problematic weapon. It just doesn't seem borderline because they're like just like it's like stock. Okay, it's like let me what's a nice example? Like I'm trying to think of something like Oh yeah, it's like a Vox being overshadowed by a stock sword, for example, or like Cage being
Yeah.
overshadowed by Clone. They are like laser is borderline broken. It just doesn't seem that way because there's just so much more broken things. It's like there's too much stupidly broken things. The fact where like laser would normally be broken in like a less more balanced meta, but it's not because just more broken things.
I mean, I don't think it's like as true though.
I think it deserves maybe. Laser is just really balanced. Like it has to, you're not gonna go wrong by using laser. Like you're never gonna go wrong by using it. Like ever. Like it's solid for everything. It's good for bricks.
Yeah,
It's
I
good for
never heard of that.
snipes. It's good for like PBs. It's good for like yeah. One thing Star can't do PB. Like it's good for PBs, but not great because of damage. Laser can actually want to kill PB. Laser's just very consistent. Like it's not outstanding in every category, but it also has no negatives in any category. Like it doesn't have the best mobility, but it has good mobility. It doesn't have the best like sniping speed, but it has good speed. Like it doesn't have the best radius, but it's good radius. You know?
Yeah.
It's I think S tier. S tier fits it. Like
Maybe high tier.
maybe. I mean I'll put in high A tier for now. And maybe move stock to high A tier. I think we're done with rockets. Can you think of anything?
Oh,
Yeah, no,
think
we're
we're done
done.
with rockets.
Let's move to swords, because bombs are really obvious. Bombs are really fun. No, let's move to super balls, actually. Yeah. Okay, first, Pokeball. I have not used Pokeball at all.
Poke.
So I am not, like,
Pokeball.
I saw Riot use it. She was
C
okay.
tier. C tier.
C tier. Why? I mean, I guess,
Fat hitbox and then it like kind of rolls, so it's kind of easy.
I,
You can like kind of roll it. Easy with rolling.
I mean, one thing is, I guess, it's the speed. Speed is the issue. Like, Super Balls are generally all fast, but Pokeball's kind of slow for a Super Ball, because you need roll, compared to something like Shuriken. Shuriken's a lot faster. Also, the damage. 39 is very good damage. Like, don't get me wrong, it's good damage. Yeah.
It's pretty fast, so it's pretty good for like close range hits.
Yeah. Like,
And it's kind of hard to avoid at sword
yeah.
fights.
But then, like, let's say then, like, Lava Ball. Lava Ball is, like, much more damage. And also also it can be sniped at much longer ranges compared to, like, and also it's faster speed as well.
Though its hitbox isn't as
Also, like, this, it also has some snagger. Like, honestly, Lava Balls, I would actually put a similar level to Pokeball. But, like, Shuriken exists, Boomerang exists, Pokeball as like a close combat oriented Super Ball. I honestly put in B tier. Like it's not bad, just outclassed. You know, like it has. I don't think it's actually that outclassed. Just like better options, but you can use it. Like I think we just need like a good. Like I think we just need someone good to use it to just like showcase the potential. I think it can be good. Like, cause like 39 damage every 1.8 seconds is not bad. Like every 2 seconds isn't bad. Okay, so where would you put it? Still C tier? Spec, are you there? Spec, why are you dying on me? Spec, say something. Spec, you there? Spec, I cannot hear you. Your mic is muted. Alright, so we're doing this without Spec now. Okay. I'll just play some gameplay. Also, I might play a little bad because I can't focus while talking. So, yeah, I can't focus well while talking, so I might play a bit worse than I normally do. I'll still destroy everyone, don't worry. I won't. Spec, you there? Maybe it's an issue of my audio? Spec, say something. Spectral flames. Okay, so apparently, according to OBS, my audio is all being captured. Spec, say something. Spec, try resetting your voice settings. Your voice settings. I still can't hear you.
Can you now?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Okay.
So where would you put Pokeball after my explanation?
Yeah, maybe B tier.
B tier. Okay, I'll put in B tier then. Let's go Lava Ball. Lava Ball, I'm honestly willing to put it A tier. I honestly think Lava Ball is a bit of a underrated pick. What's its reload speed again? Like, so stocks is 1.6 now, correct? And it's a 40%, so it's like, uh,
No, it uses
it's like
old stocks.
2.3. How much is Shuriken? Like, how much is Shurikens when you charge it?
No, it uses old stocks reload.
How much is Shuriken when you charge it?
3.
3? And I think Lava Ball is actually pretty decent now, because it's not completely outclassed. Because one, it has a nice bounce arc, like you can bounce it, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's not the most useful, but like when we fought, I hit a lot of bounce shots on you. Not a lot, but like a couple. It helped. And also, burn is actually really nice for regen stall. Because normally I get hit by one shuriken, I just stall for like 10 seconds, easy regen stall. But now with Lava Ball, you can't do that because you're gonna like you're gonna like not gonna be able to regen for like 10
The
seconds or
burn
something.
goes by faster now, though.
Yeah, it's still useful. It's still useful, and also has less reload than like some. Also has less reload than something like laser. Also, this dude just reset. This dude just reset.
Oh, which Super Bowl next?
Yeah. Honestly, I'm willing to put Lava Ball low A tier or like high B tier. I think with the nerf of
B
shurikens, a
tier.
lot of like previously like heavy damage super balls are becoming a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, okay. I was gonna ask. I was gonna. Okay, let's see. Where do I move it? I do not see lava ball. Oh, yeah, lava ball. I'm gonna put low A tier. Wait, did we grant low A tier or B tier? Just tell me properly what
B
we agreed
tier.
on. What? B
B
tier?
tier.
Okay. I'm gonna. Okay, I'm gonna reorganize this. Frost Staff, Pokeball is better than Frost Staff. Lava Ball's superior. Stockball easy S tier. High S tier. No, honestly, I'm willing to put in S plus, like lowest S plus with Coco. And Stocksword.
S plus. I don't know about S plus.
Not S plus. Actually, not S tier. It's not that broken. It's a lot better than before. Okay, so stock got massive, massive buffs. First, 25% knockback. That alone would make it pretty good. And also, I got a 0.1 reload speed buff. And also, a benefit is that every other
0.2.
okay, the super balls that like the range super balls it was competing with, like stuff like Shuriken and like Coco, which are the main competitors of Stockball, all got nerfs. I mean, Coco got like a buff. We'll get into that. Coco's still broken as fuck. But like Coco got like Coco didn't even get a nerf. It just fixed the glitch for its reload. Technically, that's what its reload should have been. But like Coco, technically Coco got a nerf. And Shuriken got a nerf as well, a heavy nerf. So stock's a lot better. And the knockback buff combined with Ragdoll is really nice, considering they also
It's
made
not that bad.
yeah, they made the Void and Ocean
Shuriken
lower
nerf
as well.
isn't that bad.
What? Shuriken's not bad. Shuriken's still S tier. I'm saying it's just not as good as it was before. We'll get into that. We'll get into that. You know what I mean. Like it got nerfed, but it's still good. Yeah, I'm willing to put stock in like high A tier. It's just really good now. Like it's not outclassed 100%. Honestly, I'm willing to put Crystal in S plus, like low S plus, because Crystal's just that good. Yeah, I'm raising Crystal. Also,
Yeah,
there's
I
a
do
part
love
1 to
Crystal.
this. This is a part 2. Okay, next is let's do hat next. Hat, I'm gonna put it straight in C tier or D tier. I'm gonna
C tier.
and the Rockstar is also going in D tier. I cannot emphasize how bad hat is. Like it's not useful for anything. Like you could argue stalling, but for stalling, wouldn't scope be better? Like something like stockball or like should boomerang be better? Not because of mobility, but the fact that you can actually punish people when they rush you. Like they rush you while you're stalling, you can hit them with like a stockball or like a shuriken, make them back off. That's actually easier to stall. And boomerang, you can actually bait them for like 60 damage. But the thing is, hat's kinda like they just kept on nerfing it. I mean, first it's bad for PvP because the throw speed nerf makes it really bad except for PB. Next it has like what 6-second reload, so it's not even that good for mobility, and it's also affected by Smokey. God, I can't. Like, sure, you can void
I don't
save a
know why
bit
they keep on
easier, but like,
nerfing
it's
it.
not hard to void save. Wall jump, trowels, it's just useless. Like, why would you ever use hat? I honestly think hat is like a D tier weapon. Like, even for infection stall, I would say boomerang is better because of its reload and speed.
Yeah, it is.
It's a D
Boomerang
tier weapon.
Uncles.
Like, I think all it does is bait people into thinking it's a good weapon. They're like, oh yeah, the mobility boost. Ooh, kind of cool, you know? It makes it easier to void save, but that doesn't matter. If you even have a slight amount of skill, you'll know that like every other Super Ball in the game outclasses it. It's like it's near the level of bridge trowel unviable. That's how bad it is. It's D tier. Now slingshot is mixed. Where would you put slingshot? I'm not a slingshot main, so I can't talk about this. Like I fought slingshot and it seems really cancer. But where would you put it? Honest opinion. Like besides memes, like honest opinion of slingshot.
High B tier. High B tier to like
Why?
mid A tier.
Why? You gotta explain.
Combos with Vox, very annoying.
Combos with Vox right now. What about without
Especially
Vox? The reason it's not higher because it only needs Vox? Would you say it needs Vox to work? Like it.
no.
No. But like the height advantage helps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna assume a high B tier because spammy DPS with a fat hitbox. But I'm gonna assume it's not higher because it doesn't have like instant burst, and you also need to chain shots. Otherwise, they can heal like 22 damage off. Yeah, I'll put in high B tier.
Yeah.
Okay, would you put it above or below Pokeball?
Above.
Above? Okay, I'm gonna put it below. I'm pretty sure it's below Lava Ball. Okay, I guess next weapon is let me think. What have we? Banana. I don't know. I mean boomerang. Boomerang's an easy S tier. Boomerang's position as a close range Super Ball has never been better. Like a close range burst Super Ball has never been better. Actually,
Yeah.
no. It's seen better days. Honestly, Boomerang is honestly kind of bad. Like I'm gonna explain like why. Like I know you're gonna argue about it, but like I'll explain. Like I honestly think it's not an S tier. I think it's like an A tier or maybe even B tier. Like I know you're gonna say something, but I'll give you my reasoning. Okay, first is the fact that like okay, it's like first name good Boomerang mains. Like name really threatening Boomerang mains. Spec, are you
You
there?
and Pepper.
Me and Pepper. Why are we good Boomerang mains? Is the next question.
Hard to answer.
I'll answer it for you then. First, Pepper's a good mobility main because its ability to chase people really well. I'm a good Boomerang main because of ability to bait people into Boomerang. With like Cage, I can, and also I'm really good at zoning, so I can just zone people into Boomerang range, right? Now, I honestly think Boomerang is less like Boomerang. It's less of an issue with Boomerang. Like you don't need like, stuff like aim and prediction are nice, but I think it's a more of your general skill and set that make Boomerang good, which is why I actually don't think it's like a S tier weapon. Like Boomerang is only good on people like Pepper because he has good mobility. Like if you don't have good mobility, Boomerang is basically useless. Like in my opinion, like Boomerang needs really niche conditions in order to work. Like which is why I'm not ranking. Like it's a good weapon close up, but the thing is that like if you're fighting a Boomerang main spec, you're probably gonna zone, right? Making it really hard. Like and like what are they supposed to do? Like it's really like for me, I find it really hard to chase people Boomerang when they start stalling. Like I chase people better with my stock set because of the fact that Boomerang doesn't have range. And like if you take time to charge it, like you're not like walking forward, you're not using lunge. So honestly, I think Boomerang's like a A tier weapon or a high B tier. Like 100% honestly. What do you think?
I think high A tier, honestly. You can
Why?
just easily use a good mobility set.
True.
Just put
And
on
the
a
thing is,
put
pulling
on
off a
stock
mobility
rocket or
set
something.
properly is hard. Like, so anyone can like shove like 6 mobility weapons, but who can do it well? Like, who can like use their mobility to the point like where they don't get baited every time they don't overextend. They like know like when to react. They know they use their mobility properly. Like any person can spam it, but like who does it properly? I can only really think of like maybe like Pepper, who does it well. And especially like I think it's like Clone also got nerfed. I honestly think part of why Boomerang was hard to fight was Clone. Since Clone got a heavy nerf, it's like Boomerang is a lot easier to fight because they can't chase you as easily. And they don't have range. Boomerang mains don't have
That's
range.
true.
What about now? Okay. I'm gonna
I still
decide now.
think like A tier works. High A tier.
Okay. I'm gonna put it I'm gonna put it middle A tier then. Just, like between yeah, just middle A tier. Okay, next weapon is let's see. Bow. Bow easy S tier. Easy S tier. No. It's I'm gonna put it the same above scope.
S plus. S plus.
S plus, yeah, you're right. S plus. Okay, bow is a easy one of the best weapons in the Super Bowls in the game. First, it is the one drawback is the fact that charge time is a little annoying, but that's it. Charge time is annoying. No other drawbacks. First, look at this. Like its
Now
speed is
Shuriken got
insane.
nerfed to the same reload.
Yeah. First, no, more. Shuriken has more. First, 50
No, they're
damage,
both
2
3. They're
hits.
both 3.
No.
They're both
Oh, well,
3.
oh yeah. First, 50 damage,
Check.
which is already good after charge. Next is the fact that speed is stupid. Like, stupid speed. And next, we have the hitbox. And the arc. Look at that. Like, like, like the arc also makes it
Yeah.
easier to hit, because it's just a straight line. And then, like, combine it with the speed and the fact that its hitbox is actually pretty good. Like it's deceiving. It's just very very good weapon. It's like Shuriken is an S tier weapon. It's just a better upgrade of Shuriken. It's like Shuriken but like 2 times better because of speed, hitbox. It's just an upgraded Shuriken. Like you're not gonna like nothing. It's just a very good weapon. The only drawback I see it having is I guess like the charge time, but that's all super balls are charged. Like people charge super balls in general, so like that's not really a huge drawback. Easy S plus, honestly. Okay, next is let's do Shuriken. Shuriken is a S tier, but I think it's a lower S tier, honestly. Like nowadays, Shuriken
Is it
feels
lower than
kinda
Stockball?
worse. For like one reason, and that's because the nerf hurts it. The fact that Coco and Stockball got buffed also hurts it. The fact that Boomerang didn't get a nerf while it did hurts it. The fact that like stuff like Pokeball is introduced as competition, as a high damage Super Ball, hurts it, and Lava Ball not being nerfed also really damages it. Like they just been like piling nerfs on this thing. I feel kind of bad. It does isn't yeah, and it's just like it's still a great weapon, but like not nearly as good as it was before.
Is it worse than Stockball?
Yeah, I'm putting it low S tier. It's still a great weapon. Like, don't get me wrong, but like, you're not gonna get the same results you used to. It's still good, but like, not great.
No, it's been feeling the same. It's been feeling the same.
What was this old reload? No,
26.
I think, no, I like the it's a small reload nerf, but I think it's worse more because of circumstance. Like, more because of the fact that like, Stockball also got a buff, and now it has a lot of competition. Like, why use the nerfed Shuriken when you can use stock and just spam ragdoll KOs, you know? And also Bow exists as well, and Bow didn't get a nerf while it did. So that hurts it even more. Which is why I'm saying before I would put it like middle S tier, but now I'm willing to put it low S tier. I just don't think it's that good anymore. I mean, it's still amazing, but just not as amazing. You know. Well,
Yeah,
okay.
say so.
Yeah. Let me rank it. Yeah. Next is Coco. Easy S plus. Easy S was best weapon in the game. I don't have to explain why Coco is good.
Put a tier above S plus.
For Coco, no. That's a bit too much. Okay. A lot. I think some people are gonna say Coco got nerfed this update, but it didn't. It never did. Thing is, Coco
It got buffed.
It got buffed. Okay, so Stockball got a 25% knockback buff. Coco has an additional 25%. If you combine these buffs, it actually essentially has a 50% more knockback than it used to. Which
Don't forget, you can no longer shoot rockets while ragdolled.
you can also no longer shoot rockets while ragdoll. So like, it's a much easier to combo. Also, the ragdoll nerf, it went from 1.5 to 1.3. That's nothing. 0.2 seconds. Like, if it was like, it went from like 0.7 to like 0.5, it would be huge. But like, 1.5 to 1.3 is basically nothing. Like, it didn't get nerfed. And the reload nerf is just the glitch being fixed. It's still stupidly broken. You literally become One Punch Man when you use Coco. Like, sure, Coco. You could argue that Coco needs aim, but like like even if you're hitting 3-4 shots a game, each of those 3-4 shots are gonna have more of an impact than like anything in the game. And maybe besides like Shuriken, because Shuriken damage. No, but then Coco ragdoll, so like it depends, I guess. But it's just very very good. Like you're not like not using Coco is actually like hurting yourself. It's just that good. I mean, it's just that stupidly good. I mean, like Super Ball, Shuriken, Boomerang all have niches, but Coco's just dominant. Like the only bad thing about Coco, I would say, is no. There's no bad things. Coco has no drawbacks. Zero drawbacks. Coco needs to be banned from every single tournament in existence.
Yeah.
Okay, Snowball. Snowball, I'm gonna put C tier. Snowball got even worse this update. It didn't get directly nerfed, but indirect nerfs, you know? Like indirect nerfs, with stock being buffed. Snowball slow is just bad in this game. Look, lunge, clone, remote, rocket jump. It's just so easy to stall out slow. Like, and then like at least you can't stall out ragdoll, but you can stall out slow. Like if you couldn't rocket jump or like if chill made it so like you couldn't rocket jump or like it nerfed rocket jump and bomb jump a lot and also jump height,
It did. It makes it so that only a third.
you can only use sword. Wait, what? Chill got
No,
buff?
rocket jump and bomb jump is only a third of what they normally are.
Let me see. Actually? Okay, never mind. It's not C tier, then B tier. Okay, it's still kind of bad though, because Ragdoll is just OP. Like, even with one third, you can still stall it out, right? Like, really easily. I mean, actually, no. Not as easily, because of clone nerf and remote nerf. But it doesn't really make it better, considering, like, I guess the difference is, like, it has 30 damage.
Yeah,
Like,
Stockball and Coco are sitting right in front of you.
yeah. It's just outclass. It's honestly, the 1.2 reload is nice, but not, like, it's pretty nice, but Stockball just got a reload buff as well. So like, man, it's just like also the hitbox is really small. I would put it as like B tier. B tier. I don't think it's like I think it's viable, but just like all the other Super Balls are just so broken, you know? Like Super Ball is the most broken slot in the game. Cause like okay, Super Bowl makes up for a lack of skill. Like, having good Super Bowl aim basically lets you use any set well because all you have to do is aimbot them with, like, stock ball. Which is why, like, people like Spec or, like, let's say, like, Pedro or, like, me, like, or, like, Sprite just uses any set and can do it well. And that's not really because they're, like, let's say, better at Fire Sword, for example, than Dar. It's because they have better aim. Aim makes up for, like, lack of skill in other weapons. Because Super Balls are just broken in this game. Like, stupidly broken.
True.
Like, if you want to be good at SDS, master Super Ball. Like, the only people who got good without mastering Super Ball are, like, Satches, me, and, like, Pepper. Everyone else got good by mastering Super Ball. I mean, even Satches had good Super Ball aim. Just master Super Ball, man.
Yeah, but Pepper mastered Boomerang.
Yep. No, Pepper mastered mobility, not Boomerang. Boomerang wouldn't be good without his mobility. Like arguably, like why does Pepper hit so much boomerang shots? Is that because of his like aim or is it? It's like when I'm not sure about you, but when I fight him, he just like gets those opportunities. Like people like M's can't get them because like they just like can't chase me. But like people like Pepper, he just chases me to the end. He pressures me, and then he gets in those like close shot boomerang shots. You know. And also he somehow gets 700 bricks a round in a 1v1. Don't question it. Yeah. Snowball, I'm gonna put like high B tier.
With Scope, he gets 700.
No, with Star Stakey, he gets 700. But like, it's a 1v1. 1v1, there's his brick. I don't understand how he does it. Like, he like gets like he gets like a. It's not like he just stalls. He got like 7 KOs. Well, I got like 5. I don't get how he does it. How is that possible? I couldn't do it even if I tried, like my best. Okay, Paintball Gun, last one. Paintball, where would you put Paintball?
Paintball Gun. Thing is, it's not that. I don't know if it's good, but it's annoying, and that makes it look like it might be good.
It's annoying. True. I mean, thing is with Paintball Gun is the fact that it has good shit. Paintball Gun is not good as a standalone weapon because the fact it takes so long to kill someone. Like, thing is, okay, you could argue due to its reload, you can like get kills fast, but then you have to be hitting like these shots consistently. How much damage does Paintball Gun do again? Like 14?
14.
Yeah, 14. I think it needs 7 shots to kill, I'm pretty sure. Yes, 7.
Yeah, I think so.
No, 8. So 8 shots to kill. I think it's like you could argue this is easy, right? Because
No, it's
0.4
7. It's
reload.
7.
Like
7.
no,
It's 7 shots.
no 8. 14 times 7 is 100. It barely misses out. It's 98. You barely miss out. So you need 8 shots in total. Now technically
Yeah, but
you
you
could
have 100
argue.
health. What do you mean?
No, no, you need 8 shots. No,
Oh,
no, no, no.
right,
14
yeah.
times 7 is 98.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. Sadly, if at 15, I mean like. Okay, if you only look at raw stats, like don't look at aim, don't look at ragdoll, just raw stats. Paintball Gun has like the best DPS in the game out of any. Maybe besides like I don't know, slingshot. But Paintball Gun can kill a person in 3.2 seconds. Right, that sounds good, but then like, yeah, the fact is you have to chain these shots consistently. Like even if you
But
have
the thing
one
is,
14 damage is easy to stall out. Like
but it's not paintball alone. You can
yeah,
combo
I
with
know.
like
Yeah, I'm
laser,
saying like
like stock
but
sword,
the thing is, as a
box,
standalone, like you
remote.
can combo it, but that's the argument for everything. Like as a standalone Super Ball, it just doesn't like work.
Yeah, but once you get someone low, it's just very good finisher. Very
Yeah, it's a
good. They
very good
can't run.
finisher. Yeah, I can agree with that. I would honestly say paintball needs skill. Like this may sound stupid, but you actually need to like really good aim to change shots consistently.
I mean, yeah, in a way.
In a way, like it's not. Yeah, you actually like need very consistent aim.
Like just spamming it is like it makes it look like it doesn't. It's just like, oh yeah, you
You
don't
can
need.
just spam it,
You
but
can
you
have
like
zero
thing is
IQ
you
and
can
use it,
block it
but
as well, and you can stall it. But it's most people can't like chain them consistently. So like I would say B tier. B
yeah,
tier. It's not that broken, honestly.
I think it's like high beat here. It's like annoying.
It's annoying. It's good at cleaning people though. Honestly, even at cleaning people, it's not the best. If it had 15 damage, I would honestly be willing to put it in low A tier because 15 damage vs 14 is huge. 15 vs 14 is a lot.
Yeah,
Is a big difference. One lunge.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, one lunge, two sword swings, and one 15 damage is a KO. But it's not at 14. They live and they can potentially stall it off. Like you could say you can have one more
But like
shot, but
something
like
like what? But thing is something like one laser, and then like 2 or 3 paintballs.
yeah,
Boom, dead.
yeah. Like one like let's say you hit like a 40 damage and then 4 paintballs, they're dead. Otherwise it's 5 paintballs right now. It just changes a lot.
40 damage. What do you mean? It's like
No,
60
the
or
radius. Like let's say you hit
70.
a radius 40 damage and then if it had
Okay.
paintball had 15 damage, you would only need to chain 4 hits for a KO, but it has 14, so you need 5 hits. 5 vs 4 is a really big difference.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm honestly B tier. Okay, next weapon is
Or something like remote could also work. Like, yeah.
remote like 60 damage is the max, right? What's the
No.
right 40 day a remote 40 damage. Let's say you like hit a lunge, get them to like 75 HP.
Remote can do more than that. Direct hits.
Direct. How much does directed do?
Direct hit can one shot.
That doesn't matter. Next weapon. Let's go. Remote is
but
S plus.
pretend
Remote is easy S plus. Easy.
direct hit doesn't always one hit. Direct hit doesn't always one hit. It can do like 80 sometimes.
Yeah, remote
It
is an
can also
easy S
ragdoll
plus.
sometimes too.
That's true.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Like the thing is, you can argue remote got nerfed, but like remote is still very It's just It has no
It
drawbacks.
can ragdoll now. What kind
Yeah,
of
you can
nerf is
ragdoll now.
that?
That's a buff. The thing is, you're never gonna like using remote is never a bad thing. Like you're nerfing yourself by not using remote. There is zero drawbacks to using remote over every single other bump. Like if we look at it only bombs point, it's the most broken thing in existence. It basically like
Exactly.
it
It's just
carry
an extra rocket slot.
it's an extra rocket slot. It's good for PvP, it's good for mobility, it's good for bricks. The only other bomb that stands a chance in terms of viability is sticky. As that's it.
No,
Now sticky stands a
not
small
even.
chance. A really small chance. But like remote's just better in every way. You're good remote's good for
Yeah.
everything. Like you like if you want to be just use remote. Like don't use sticky, man. Just never use sticky unless you unless you want to
Yeah.
like get like 300 bricks around and use all 300 bricks. Let me emphasize, you're gonna use all 300 bricks as well. Because otherwise, just use remote. Like if you're only gonna use 100 bricks around, there's no reason to ever use sticky. Just use remote. Remote's goaded.
Yeah.
I don't have to explain why remote
Unless
is.
you want to become skill.
I don't have to explain why remote is amazing. Okay, next
Yeah,
is
you shouldn't
sticky.
have to.
Sticky, I'd say honestly A tier, low A tier. Sticky got a buff recently. It's just really small buff because remote
Oh,
got
it
a
did a buff.
no, indirect. Like there's two types of buffs, like
Ah,
direct and indirect. Indirect is like when something else that like, it was like competing with gets a nerf. So technically it's a
yeah, I know.
buff. Yeah. So sticky remote got a PV like damage nerf and also a mobility nerf. It's not gonna make like sticky better, but it's really nice. Sticky isn't horrible, but like thing is with sticky, you can actually get like you can hit people, get like a sticky on them, and actually sticky for PvP is actually good. Like it's not bad at all. But like remote is just better for PvP, but sticky isn't bad. Because you can stick people on the head, the knockback is insane. And you can also like get guaranteed KOs if their rocket is on reload, and you can also make them waste rockets. It's good. Now, but then the
Oh,
main
that's
issue is
right. Yeah.
mobility. Mobility is the issue. Mobility.
So you need something like stock or like clone or.
Yeah. Thing is like not using a thing is everyone else uses a high mobility bump. Not using sticky, and you're fighting a remote main, you're gonna have way less mobility, way less chasing, way less stalling potential, which is very bad, especially when you need to like run from shots. Honestly, it's a
Yeah,
solid A tier weapon. Solid. Also, one thing is better at remote that is bricks. Bricks is really good for bricks. With remote, you
that's
have
it
to get
though.
near the bases, but with sticky, you can be halfway across the map, and you just chuck your sticky like 16 miles ahead, and easy bricks.
But that's only if you're gonna like use
Yeah, but the thing
something
is,
with a lot of.
more getting bricks easier isn't useful if you're not using like really brick heavy stuff. Like let's say even if you're using cage, like let's say you only use cage like sometimes, like when running, or like clone when running, just use remote. Like unless you're gonna dedicate your whole life to bricks, like I do, like just meh. You can use it if you want. Like this is like from a competitive standpoint. Like there's no reason to ever use sticky over remote.
Yeah,
I guess yeah, from a competitive view. I mean there's like one reason. Oh god, I'm low. Can I get one more kill? One more kill. Let's go. No, I was so close. Okay, so I guess next weapon is Shadow. Shadow? Okay, I'm gonna automatically put Bomb, Shadow, and Square Bomb into C tier. Square Bomb can go E tier. Square Bomb, bad for mobility. They have high rocket jump, but easy to punish. Lunar doesn't even have them. And the invisibility for Lunar is actually kind of useless. Because
and you
particle effect. Like unless you're fighting noobs, like a decent player will be able to spot you. And also the fact that you have to like you just sit still in one area for like 5 seconds. You can't
oh yeah,
even
that's
throw
right. A
it,
real
unlike
long
sticky. At least you
particle
can throw
explode.
sticky. Like you can like make predictions with sticky, and you can throw it. You can't do that with those bombs. Like stock. At least you can. I mean, with stock bomb, you can get some hits in. Like in a recent tourney, Pepsi told me that like okay, so yeah, that didn't happen. Okay, so Pepsi told me that in a recent tourney, like quite recently, she died 2 times to a bomb from this dude called Voice. Stock bomb, actually.
Twice? That was twice. I don't think. Did they hit a bomb?
You were
What the
there, right? You
fuck?
were there, right? How much times did she die?
Yeah, but I was paying attention. I was paying attention to like lemons. Like for
I
the
know she died.
lemons. It was a
Oh, she
thing
died like
too.
once or twice. So like, it can work, but just use remote. Just use remote. Like I don't even have to tell you why it's so bad. Just use remote. Just use remote.
She did it right fucking twice.
Okay, next sword is a S plus.
Stock sword S plus?
I don't think
S. Stock sword should be S.
stock sword is a no S plus. S plus because it is meta defining. Like I don't think it's like oh broken. I think it's actually kind of balanced honestly. Like hear me out, but like they're like all the like all the lunge swords like it has like it's not like it completely dominates. It has a lot of competition. Like would you guys be? I'm not sure. Some people would even be playing the game.
I mean, yeah, but Vox is just better.
No, Vox isn't better.
It is.
No, it's not.
What do you
Vox.
mean?
No, the thing is, when we fight, what's the main issue of Vox? Mobility, right? Okay, so like 30
I mean,
damage
yeah, I
is
guess.
30 damage isn't as big as you think it is. Like it's good, but not great. Like 30 damage isn't big
Yeah,
enough
but
to
the
me.
hitbox is the jump height.
The mobility. People don't only sword fight.
I
That
mean, yeah,
mobility
but like,
is like the main issue of Vox is how are you gonna chase stock main? Like let's say you both have equal skill with remote and clone and rocket jump, same rocket. You're just gonna lose overall because you can't chase the stock main. Like when we fight, you normally don't really chase me that well. You normally just snipe me, not really chase. Sure, it got a buff to its jump, but its mobility is still way worse than stocks overall.
I mean, PG.
Yeah. So next weapon. What should we do next? Yes. Okay. So stocks are just meta defining. Like, okay. Let me give you a list of the viable swords in my opinion. Stock, home run, great sword, katana, vox, dark knight, right? Okay, so stuff like pan, pan are bad. Racket's also kind of bad. Firebrand, I don't understand how Dar makes no fire sword work. Actually, no, I think fireboard is kind of viable. Fire sword is kind of viable, but like stock is meta defining. First, it's the most used sword in the game as well, right?
I mean, to be fair, like, stock is one of the most, like, it changes fights a lot.
It changes the meta. Like it's meta defining.
Like, if lunge in general didn't exist, a lot of fights would be so different.
Yeah, honestly, I think STS would be dead without lunge because like doesn't lunge make the game fun? Like the mobility option is more fast paced. Like would you? I would not be playing the game without lunge. I'm gonna be honest. Like I would not still be playing the game. The reason the game is fun is like, let me give you a Pokemon reference. Like, so you know, and Landorus, you know, or like Snorlax and Gen 2.
Alright, yeah,
Both of
funny.
them are used like so much, but they're healthy for the metagame. Like they check a lot of dangerous mons. They're not they may be the best mons in the game, like the very dominant, but that doesn't mean they're like unhealthy or like toxic. I honestly think lunge is healthy for the game, like really healthy. it's very dominant, but at the same time, like I think it makes the game more fun.
Yeah, because like they make certain because they stop other things from being broken.
Yeah, like rockets and super balls would be 50 times more broken without lunge. Great sword would be 60 times more cancerous without lunge. And also another thing is like lunge has DPS,
Yeah.
but like stock sword has DPS, but like not the best DPS. You know? Stock sword has mobility, but like doesn't have the greatest mobility out of all the swords. Stock sword has the best mobility out of swords, but like it's balanced in the sense that like its competition all have clear benefits and reasons on why you should use them. Like it's not like, oh no, it just outclasses everything. There's a clear reason why you would do stuff like Vox, like Greatsword, uh, Bat, like Dark Heart. Dark Heart heals. Vox has more DPS and jump. Katana has more burst. Like there's clear reasons why you would use everything else. I honestly think it's S plus not because it's the most like the best weapon in existence or it's broken. It's because it's just changed. It's meta defining. It shapes everything. Lunge shapes the meta completely, and especially stock sword. Like the existence of lunge affects the viability of everything. And like basically like a lot of swords like greatsword. And Spec, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Like lunge shapes the meta, but I think it's a really pretty healthy way. Cause like isn't part of why greatsword and fire sword viable is because they counter lunge. Like right? Isn't part of why stuff like arm is
I
viable is
mean,
because lunge gives it mobility. Isn't like stuff like reason why like non-clone trowels are more viable is because the mobility drawback isn't as bad because lunge gives them mobility. Not having remotes
yeah,
isn't as bad because lunge gives them mobility. Like, I think lunge is just really healthy for the game, in my opinion. Lunge is
yeah.
like
Lunges.
lunge is positive for the game, in my opinion.
Like I'm pretty sure there are a couple. There's just some people who just hate lunge. Basically, like just thinking it's like completely unhealthy and annoying. Like Satchus,
Yeah, Satchus. I don't think okay. I think part of it. I think
like
Satchus. I think
pre
Satchus
like
just got.
pre Greatsword nerf. He
I think Satchus just got clapped by lunge mains. He got destroyed by Pepper too hard, a little too hard. Cause
like
like
pre
okay, thing
Greatsword
is, if you
nerf.
lose to
He just
something
kept
like
on asking like
Satchus probably only loses to like other lunge mains, so he probably blames lunge. It's like you can blame the weapon, but like greatsword is not outclassed by lunge. That like clone makes it very. I mean, I guess now it's a bit more outclassed.
before it was more OP than lunge. It was easily more OP than lunge
Yeah,
before.
it's like it was very cancerous to fight. Part of why it was balanced is because lunge mobility let you run away from it. I honestly think part of why Satch hated lunge so much is because he just lost to lunge main so much. It's like okay, like let's say a really bad player only loses to Brick Breaker, they're probably gonna start Brick Breaker thinking Brick Breaker's OP. Like,
Yeah,
yeah. I think it's just skill issue, man, honestly, for La. I mean, to be fair, like the non-lunge, some of them do need a buff. Besides Greatsword, Greatsword's fucking cancerous as well. The non, I mean, Fire Sword, some of the non-lunge swords do need a buff, in my opinion. Actually, no, I don't think it's an issue of lunge. I think it's an issue of super balls and rockets. Super balls, rockets. The fact that with like rocket, yeah, like, can you hear me?
yeah, I can.
The fact that super balls and rockets, like rockets KO from any range, and like you need the mobility to dodge them. Otherwise, you get one hit KO'd. I think it's just the issue of those being broken, than lunge being OP. Then like the
Like I
non,
mean, yeah.
like
How are you gonna avoid remote? How are you gonna avoid
yeah, I think it's
rockets?
just literally because like so much
Like other
ranged
sort.
weapons in the game makes it so you need mobility. Like otherwise, the game would honestly the game would just be like just spam super ball. Literally just do this. Walk super ball, 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 and then
Thing is,
sword spam. That's it. It wouldn't be
Thing is,
any
the game
different
already
from
is
original
spam
Doomspire.
Super Ball. The game already is spam Super Ball.
Yeah, but it would
It's
even
just
be
Super
more
Balls would be
cancer. It would
even more
literally just be
dominant.
this: range, 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 rocket, PB, range, 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 range,
Watch
range,
out,
range,
Pikachu,
range.
you're gonna get banned for saying cancer.
Oh, that's true. No, but like people argue the current meta is cancers, but like I would never want to play in a meta which is just sit still, spam Super Ball, and just get aimbotted every fucking second. That's not fun.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Okay. Lunge is amazing. Talk over. Next, I guess, is let's see, what should we cover
Yeah, I
next?
guess.
Greatsword?
No, we forgot to actually put in all the weapons, like rate all the weapons, all the lunge weapons.
Yeah, let's do all of them first. And Dark Card. Dark Card S tier. Dark Card is not meta defining.
S tier.
Dark Card's defining niche is like, let's say let's compare to stock lunge. It has more or less mobility and is like I guess a bit worse for sword swing combos. VS lunge. Main issue is the how much is a heal again?
I forgot.
Let me Google it, wiki.
It's 25 per KO, 10 per strike, but I forgot everything else.
Dark Card, Super Doomspire. 5, 5, and strike gives you 13. Lunge 8. Now this might not seem much, but 5 HP is a difference between living, dying to 3 lunges, and living. No, not 3 lunges, like...
Me.
Okay, so let's say let's say you and the lunge main are fighting. You both lunge each other 3 times. 105 damage for each lunge. But the thing is, you can live that. Even with just one lunge, like one lunge worth of healing, you live and you KO them. With HP to spare after KOing them. Like the main need of
Yeah.
Dark Art is that it
Yeah,
beats
right.
it beats out a lot of like swords, and it just makes you like stay away from like KO ranges. Like let's say like bow lunge. Let me think of a significant one. Like let's say like two super balls and 2 sword swings. Let's say you also get in like let's say you get like a lunge and a sword swing. You're now living that, you know?
Or like stock radius Super
Yeah.
Ball.
And against like fire sword, you're healing off all that burn, like some of the burn. It's just really, and also like when you KO someone with lunge, like normally when you KO someone, you're like sometimes you're just left at 10 HP and they just revenge kill you. Yeah, with Dark Heart, that's not really happening like as easily because like with Dark Heart users, they can heal off a lot of the damage you do to them. It makes them harder to revenge kill, and also like with Dark Heart, even if you die,
Yeah,
like
you
with
just
Dark
win.
Heart, I noticed like when I was fighting Gold and used it, even when I killed him, he got one more hidden, just one more hidden, and I was like left lower than I should be. Dark Art's just pretty
Yeah.
solid. Main issue is like it feels for me, it's just slow mobility wise, kind of slow. It's not broken though, in my opinion. But the thing is, like, it's not like the 5 damage isn't that significant. Like, it helps, but it's not like game breaking healing, you know? S tier. Next is Vox. Vox is also an S tier, I think. I don't think Vox is
I
broken.
guess.
Like, okay, first, one thing is a Vox is high burst potential. Like, it's similar to Katana, except it's more combo burst potential. Like, normally you can only lunge swing, but with Vox, you can actually lunge swing swing. Lunge swing and then swing before you actually fall down, and you can just do like 95 damage in 1 second. And you can't do that with stock, but it's kind of hard to
Yeah,
combo that
Vox
prop.
is big damage.
Yeah, big damage and good jump,
It's
which
like
is
a mix of greatsword and
yeah.
stock sword.
But the jump is also helpful for dodging like rockets and I guess some super balls, but it also has some issues like mobility really hurts it. And also 30 damage isn't as significant as you think it. Like it helps, but it's not like game breaking, you know? Like 30 damage is like otherwise if 30 damage is game breaking, Fire Sword would be viable. Like would be more viable. With 30 damage, especially you have to jump swing. And and since you have the jump swing,
I mean, yeah.
yeah, yeah, and stock doesn't. Stock like its main niche over stock is burst combo DPS, but it loses out in mobility. Next is Katana. Now, popular opinion is Katana is the most broken piece of shit in existence. I don't really think that's true. First, I'm gonna give you like a demonstrable trait. None. Okay, first, none of like the really okay. I guess it's kind of offensive, but none of like the top 10, I guess you would say, like people like Pepper, like Pedro, like none of them actually thinks Katana's OP. None of them actually like view Katana as a threat. Maybe that's lack of good users, but like let's compare to stock. Okay, stock 50 plus 35 plus 20 60. Katana 50 plus 21 71. Right? That's 11 more damage. That helps with Super Ball combos. And the 50 damage helps short term. Like, let's say you only hit lunge, it helps with high damage combos. But the thing is, stuff like Katana, Dark Heart actually KO faster than, everything, every lunge sword in the game KOs faster than, Dark Katana does. Like, Vox KOs faster, Dark
Yeah,
Heart.
but no one's just gonna sit there letting you.
Isn't that the same thing with Dark Heart, though? Like, they're not just gonna sit there let you hit it. Like, Dark Heart may have more distance, but that distance can also be its own downfall. Like, what if you lunge into the void by mistake?
Yeah, but you're not gonna do that.
No, but it could be important in situations.
You
Like,
you can at least watch out for that.
of course, I'm not saying it's like a horrible thing, but like, in situations where you
Like
want
the
to secure
reload
that
is made up
KO,
for by the distance.
in situations where you really need to
Like
secure
you
that
can hit someone
KO,
for like let's say you're right next to someone. You can hit them for 50 and get pretty far away from them with that distance.
true. But this, but at the same time, you could overextend and like get baited. Like you lunge past right past them and giving them space, like breathing room when you're running, and like when you're stalling. Like when I fight M's, also I find that missing a katana lunge is more punishable than missing a stock lunge, because like 4.5 seconds, it may not seem like a lot, but like miss a katana lunge and like you just get like baited, punished really hard. Also you can't really damage them back that heavily because sword speed and no strike. Also, yeah, no strike is actually kind of pretty, actually, like, more important than you think. Because,
That's a good thing.
yeah, it's a good thing that doesn't have strike. But, like, having, no, it's a good and a bad thing. Because strike is actually useful. Like, close up, when you're in a
38
sword fight,
damage.
40, no, with strike, you can do, like, 4, you can do, like, 60 damage, like, 85 damage instantly. Or, like, 45 damage, which is, strike is actually more useful than lunge in some cases. Like, it's not useless. Like, trust me. You don't use it much, but like people like Pedro do, and like people like Waddle do, and it's actually not useless. Like strike is actually kind of important in some cases. Like trust me. Like try it, try it. It's actually pretty important. And then yeah, but not having strike is annoying.
Mm,
Okay, I think maybe high S tier, but I don't think S plus tier.
I
Uh, like honestly, I do worse on you when I use katana spec. I'm just gonna say that.
you don't you don't use shadow.
I used it once and I got obliterated. I do better.
Yeah, that's because I also used it or something.
True. Okay, where would you put it then?
I put it higher up than stock, honestly.
I think it's a bit too harsh. Like, I don't think it's S plus. It's not like the S plus rock weapons are like, honestly, I'm gonna move bow to highest S because the S plus weapons, I don't think like they're the most broken, but the most meta defining, like the most game changing. And katana does not fit that category. Katana is really only used by noobs who just learned how to play the game. I mean, just by used by like random meta spamming like noobs and pub servers. Like no good player uses katana. And also, the
But
issue
like,
with
look at
Katana is
like
I think
comes with
Katana's kind
Shuriken, it
of
comes with
bad for like
Boomerang, it
Katana
comes with
offense
remote.
is kind of bad. Katana offense, because like normally with stock, even if you miss a lunge close up, you can get a sword swinging. But with Katana, that doesn't happen because you just go past them. That as well. Like when I lunge you, I miss the lunge, but I'm right next to you, I can get a sword swinging. But that doesn't happen with Katana. If you miss, you're not getting any extra damage. And you're also creating
Mm,
distance, and like you don't want there to be, and you're also creating distance between the enemy. And then like that distance is actually kind of bad before Katana because that means there's more room to miss, and you really like each miss is more like damaging than a miss of like stock lunge.
I'm gonna go here for a bit. Hold on.
I don't know, man. What about high S tier? Like high S tier then. High S tier. Like I'll put it below bow, like one stage below bow. Spec, you there? Spec. Spec. Spec, you there? Okay, Spec went AFK. I'm just gonna play some SDS then. Yes.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. So I'm gonna put it high S tier below bow. Also, I moved bow to highest S tier. Okay, let me explain. Bow isn't as broken as Coco, and it's also not like as meta defining. Also, bow can't break a cage or walls. It's good, but like not the. It's still broken as fuck, but like it actually has drawbacks, like some slight drawbacks.
I guess.
So it's highest S tier. Okay, I'm gonna also put Shadow Blade high S tier, like second highest below bow. Next weapon, I guess, is Umbrella Blade. Umbrella Blade is garbage, hot garbage. It's going straight to C tier. Okay, let's
Yeah.
compare it to every other lunge. So normally, you do a jump, swing, lunge, and then you can combo. That doesn't happen. You have to be You can't even do damage. Like you have to be standing on the floor, and it also cuts back on mobility. Also, after the jump ends, you actually are paused for like a short second. Not a second, but like 0. Like I don't know, like around that. Like it's not that it's like I don't know, like 0.5. That doesn't sound that
No,
bad.
it's like a good.
It doesn't sound that bad, but like 1 second is
It's like
huge.
a good second
Yeah,
actually. It's
yeah, yeah, yeah. 1 second is pretty huge though. Like in that 1 second, you could probably snipe me with like Shuriken or Rocket.
Yeah, easy.
Also, the fact that you can't cancel it mid-air. So, like,
By the way, you're vulnerable to super balls midair.
yeah. Also, let's say you're hovering over the void, right? Like, let's say, like, with stock launch, like,
Yeah,
you lunge, you hover over the void, and then you can switch to,
yeah. You
like,
can just
trowel
switch to
save.
rocket
You
and
can't do
wall
that.
jump.
You just slowly fall to your death. It's fun to play with, but it's bad. Really bad.
Yeah.
Non-lunge sword time. Five. Like, let's go great sword. Great sword, I'd say A tier.
H still. I don't know about H right now because like, Satch's combo got nerfed hard. The remote also got nerfed.
Base great sword is still really hard to fight. Cause damage. It's still
I
really
mean, I
really hard to
guess.
fight.
I heard that. Yeah, but the
Also, one thing
hitbox
is
got
that the
nerfed.
fact that you don't need to like. Okay, lunge. I guess you could kind of say needs like timing. I guess. Like you need like with lunge, I guess you need to know like distances and stuff, right? Yeah, with great sword you just spam click and R. Like you don't need any timing at all. Like you could say sword is the same, but like
Yeah,
lunge actually needs timing. With greatsword, anyone can just use it and just do well with it instantly. Like example, knight, a long time.
that's
Let me give you an example. Unidentified knight who was a long term greatsword meaning for like a few months. Yeah, I used his own set on him and just destroyed him. His own set, greatsword, and I got greatsword combos very easily. It's not hard to use, which is, and also like
yeah.
they attack you once and you're fucking dead. Like they attack you, that's 40 damage. And what's that hitbox? Greatsword would be the
That is
most.
true.
The only reason Greatsword you would be like balanced is because lunge is keeping it in check. Otherwise, it's just cancerous as fuck.
By the way, I think Satch's combo is still kinda like.
Satch's combo is still good. Like okay, Satch's combo went from Coco level to like Stockball level. You know, good but not stupidly
Yeah,
good.
it's still like a.
Yeah,
It's still
yeah.
like
About clone,
alive, but
clone is
no
also
one
still good.
uses it.
I don't get the people who call clone bad. Clone is so good. Like I think people are just used to clone being super broken. Clone reverts to its old state of being a
Like
good.
clone never required spamming. It just
Yeah.
Poly for whatever reason made it
Clone
so
never
you
needed
could
spam. Like,
spam it, so people
thing is,
got
people
used
actually
to
have
it.
to think about when they use their clone. They have to be sentient human beings. They can't just click clone near enemy every 5 fucking seconds. Wait. I need to spin for primo gems for Genshin.
No, okay.
So why did I open Webtoon? Yeah, great. So, honestly, before I would put an S tier, but at least you can't 2 KO everyone.
Yeah, that's good.
2 killing everyone to be.
The thing is, Satis combo still works with like a
Okay, Satch's combo went
Satis
from like
combo
a
still
S
works with
plus
Boomerang
tier
and
to like a
Charge.
high A tier. Like it literally went from it went from Crystal Blaster to laser viability. Like either low S tier or a high A tier. That's Satch's combo is still very good. Like the Great Sword nerf, while it's still a very very good weapon.
Like it's not so spammy anymore, but instant 40
Please give me
damage.
your
Instant
4
It's
star.
still a huge knockback and instant 40. Like that's still
Yeah.
insane.
I died. God damn. I don't want lowly ninja. I got bad RNG. Okay.
Me or
Okay, next, I guess. Oh, okay, next.
I don't
With
know.
Brick Breaker. Yeah, let's Brick Breaker about a buff, I guess. Buff nerf. Okay, so Brick Breaker, I'm calling it a buff slash nerf for 2 reasons. One, okay, first, when you're in that state, saving up to 50 bricks is not that easy, and also the fact that you can't use like trowel if you want to stay that way. Also, another thing is what the R has a long cooldown, so like if you don't have 50 bricks, it's useless. literally it's useless without 50 bricks.
But I think you can get more than 50 bricks back if you use it on a spire.
But what?
Like if you use it on a tower, I think you can get more
You
than
can use
50
it on
bricks
your own
back.
tower? Why?
No, not your own tower. Like if you use it on a tower, you get bricks from it. So
Oh, let me test that out. But like also when you use it without the R, it literally just 25 damage, no ragdoll. But with the R, it becomes very broken. Like you one hit, one KO. Like you hit them once, that's an easy KO.
yeah,
But the thing is, hitting it is also like if they know, they also don't know if you have. Also, no, it doesn't give you back 50 bricks. I got like 6. Also, the fact that it gives you 20
six.
bricks,
Okay.
yeah, the fact that it gives you 20 bricks when you KO if it is nice, but like 50 bricks is really harsh. Like just the brick cost, and also the fact that like while you're saving up, using trowels is a negative. And also when the R has a wind up time as
Yeah,
well, and like if they see that wind up time, they can lunge away. I mean, I guess without lunge, it would be
yeah,
broken
you're
as
right.
fuck. Lunge kind of balances it. Another thing lunge is good for.
Yeah, another example of lunge just balancing things out.
Yeah, otherwise you just have to fight cancer ass 1-hit KO combos constantly. Also, if you get 50 bricks while, I just figured if you get 50 bricks while like in the middle of the animation, like let's say you like a sticky goes off just as the animation happens. It actually turns into explosions. It actually like, yeah, it goes into the explosion mode.
Oh, nice.
I would honestly put a C tier. It's actually semi-viable. Like, use it with clone, make a whole strat centered around collecting bricks. But the thing is, average player gets 100 bricks. 2 uses. I get around like 200, 300 bricks. That's 4 to 6 uses. Assuming I don't die and lose the bricks. Like, even Pepper, like, even like when he like does roids and gets like 700 bricks around, that's like 14 uses. And that's assuming he never dies once and doesn't lose bricks along the way.
Yeah, you're right.
Just
Like
fit
that's how 14 users. That's probably the amount of lunges you have in one stock.
14 uses is nothing. 14 uses is like honestly garbage. Like, and
Yeah,
one thing is
exactly. And that's
unpredictable.
with like 700 bricks.
That's just 700. Like, we cannot use Pepper as a standard. Like, the standard is like 100, 200. I mean, like, remote mains aren't getting 200. Besides, like, Pepper's the only remote main I know who gets 200. Otherwise, you're using Sticky. And with Sticky, you're not having you don't have mobility. It's just bad. Just don't. Brick Breaker honestly hasn't really gotten buffed much. Like, honestly, I think it was better when it had the ragdoll option.
I think it should decrease to like 35.
30, I think around 30 or like 25 or something. Uh, Either that or I think they should buff the base R.
Actually, maybe what they can do
No, I think they
is
should buff.
maybe make
I
it
think,
kind of like a
yeah,
lunge. Maybe they can make it so like you like jump up and then you
yeah,
like
that's
jump
how it
down
works.
to the ground
It
instead.
works like that's how it works right now. You jump up and you.
No, I mean like no, like if you use it from the ground, then you jump up.
Oh, I don't think they need to change that. I think they just need to buff the base R, like the R, like the base form R. Like, okay, first buff the brick cost like 40 or 35, then buff the base R. Maybe like make it like similar to Pan R, no ragdoll, but just like clean 30 damage. And the like just 25 damage, but it's very like smooth to combo with like no hit delay. Like R and then just instant swing for like a nice 50 damage combo. And I don't think this would be broken. Maybe, yeah. Honestly, I don't think it's gotten much better. It honestly feels kind of worse from when it had ragdoll. At least with ragdoll, it could get like
Yeah.
brick is a bridge is actually no a bridge is actually a D tier. It's actually not E tier. So in classic, you can actually place trowels on the void now, and bridge is the best trowel in classic.
Yeah, but in classic.
It's not completely unviable now. It actually is actually kind of viable
On classic.
on classic. Besides that's garbage. Yeah, but it's actually kind of viable. I don't need to explain. Bridge is just trowel. Also, bridge is just
We didn't
truss.
even finish the swords. Did you even finish the swords?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah. Bridge is fast though, so I just got it over. Okay. Ice sword.
Ice Sword, I think, like, some people just think Ice Sword is, like, really bad just because, oh, not enough damage.
Another
I think,
issue with
like, Ice
them, I
Sword,
think it's issue of slow. Well, 35 damage is good, but close up you can get like cancer combos of slow. Just hit a 35 and just like instant burst. Now,
yeah, like, just, just do something like Shuriken or, like, Rockets.
I'm gonna put in C tier.
Or, like,
Now, okay, now this is
I
another
sort of
example
think
of
is, like,
lunge
B tier.
balancing it out. Now,
Yeah.
yeah. Now without lunge, slow combo would be very cancerous. It's harder. It's hard to dodge without wasting rocket, and also like it would just be fucking cancerous to fight. You get slowed, and it's like near impossible to stall off, especially since it's range and they can spam it again and combo with Snowball. Yeah, but now thanks to lunge, you don't have to like fight mother. Oh, that wasn't cool. Also, another thing about Brick Breaker is actually has a tendency to knock people into the void in a boosted state. And then so you can lose the bricks. It should just give you them automatically as soon as you like kill someone.
Yeah, it should work like that.
I think you should give bricks per hit. Or like the R should like have the R give you bricks. Like you give it a special R.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Like change how the R works. Give it less wind up time and make it give you like what, like 5-10 bricks. Yeah, I mean we're
Yeah,
not talking about brick here. We're not
Bricks
talking
for
about
hit, I
brick
think,
breaker.
would be really
Ice
helpful.
sword, yeah, ice sword here. Yeah. I got into tangent. The range is nice. The jump boost is nice for trust. Besides that, it's mediocre. Doesn't not much special about it. Like it's R is like 2.7. Besides that, there's nothing really special. Does it chill per swing now? No, right? Didn't buff it. Yeah,
No, it is.
nothing really special about it. Just it's
But the
okay.
special, but the ice cutter thing chills for like 8 seconds.
8 seconds. It's like it's decent, I guess. Yeah. You can catch worse players off guard, but like a competent player can easily stall it off. Wait, did I forget to screenshot tennis racket? No, but still here. I thought that was frying pan.
Yeah,
Now, pan is a really good weapon. Not a good weapon, sorry. Now, pan has destructive close combat. Like, if you can get up close, if you get an R in, you can literally just, like, obliterate them in 5 seconds. Because ragdoll. This is less
yeah,
about pan being OP, but more ragdoll being broken. C tier. It can work for ragdoll combos. And also has nice combo potential because like the R is instant, and you can just instantly swing compared to lunge, which you actually have to wait a bit. Yeah, I'll put it as
yeah.
it's a solid C tier weapon. Below, yeah, Racket and Fire Sword. Racket's also a C tier in my opinion.
For some reason, Racket sometimes doesn't even ragdoll. Or
Yeah,
well, it was like
Ragdoll.
that
It
before the
has
update.
ranged Ragdoll, but like
Thing is, Racket doesn't like knock you back.
yeah, it kind of no it does. No it doesn't. It staggers you, but that's not knockback. Also, another thing, one issue is that its base stats are it's good for reflex. It has good knockback and also has extra range. But like the base stats it's very good for sword spam, I guess. But like the issue is the R is just kind of lacking, you know? 20 damage R is kind of bad because that's a 5-hit kill.
Yeah,
It doesn't even combo properly. Like 1 R plus 1 sword. Like if you hit like 2 R's and 2 swords, that's not even a KO. Also, the ragdoll, while good, it's very short. And also, it can be reflected. And also, has a really small hitbox. Yeah, it's just bad. Nah, you just don't use it.
yeah. And sometimes it doesn't even ragdoll.
I guess it's kind of fun to use. Next is Fire Sword is an easy B tier in my opinion. For Fire Sword, it got a nerf. Okay, let me hear something special about Fire Sword.
Huh?
Okay, so if you jump, swing, it does 34 damage. Also,
Wait, what?
jump plus swing. 34 damage. It's a 3 KO if you jump swing combo. Actually, I'm not sure if they fixed it. I don't think it's a bug. Poly may have changed it though.
How do you do more damage by jumping?
Jump swing. I don't know. Like, don't ask me. I just know it's a mechanic when we're testing a
Okay.
fire sword, me and Dar. Also, a burn has a 25% chance of not happening. It's good because the damage is really high. Like, it's really high damage. So the strike combo is devastating. Like, Dar abuses it. The strike combo is devastating. It's like, it does like 95 or something.
Oh yeah, right. Strike does more than the special now.
Yeah. The strike always did more than special. Strike
No,
is
it didn't.
very...
Before it was 45.
Oh, yeah.
Strike
No.
is
45
45.
plus burn.
Special is also 45.
No, plus burn. No, thing is, when you just strike, you're not only hitting the strike,
Both
you're
of them
also hitting
burn.
sword swing. Like, when you do it, you're also hitting an extra sword swing as well. So,
Alright.
okay. Fire sword is pretty decent, and it's basically great sword with more mobility but less damage and hitbox, but also more range. It's honest. It's not bad. Like, It's honestly not bad. The main issue is Coco, Ragdoll, range weapons. Fuck it.
Right.
I'm gonna put low B tier. Okay, next, finally, the trial. Wall, I'm gonna put S tier. No, Wall is an A tier. No, let's start with Wall, the classic. Wall is a solid A tier. Now, recently, Wall got a huge buff. Not directly. Trust Force bricks. Clone 15 bricks 10-second reload. Cage. Okay, so Cage may not be... You may not know, but so Cage has a thing called Snap to Target. So basically it's kind of like aim assist. Like if you aim, let's say like there's a person over here and you place a cage here, it automatically like goes onto them, and it's helpful for getting cages. But now that doesn't exist, so I can like now if it was only that, cage would be the best right now. But the fact is that cage also spawns slower. Like what I mean by that is like cage has in order to trap someone, cage has to spawn fully. Otherwise they phase out of it completely. Like it has to fully load in, like otherwise they phase out of it. And since that's slower, that means it's harder to trap them directly now. Because they can literally walk out of it before it forms. So yeah. But then yeah. So it's a lot like it's a lot harder to cage trap. Like my cage trap rate went from like, let me think. Like it went from like, I don't know, like 8. It went actually no. It went from like 8, 10, 15 to like 5, like 6, 7 on a good day. I mean, now you can't just spam cage trap anymore. Also, oh man, I got crystal BB by some penguin bitch. Okay, like, no, that's a cage. Okay, so wall trial's good because like cage, clone, spike got nerfed. All of them got nerfed, and the wall is it's just like now
Spike get nerfed.
spike no snap to target as well. I mean, it's not that, and it actually kind of helps them because it can actually trap laggy people now. But the wall it can just wall is just really spammable. Someone called Vortex Dixis is a god sent me a friend request.
Oh my god, it's real Vortex Dixis.
If Azuki saw this, she would start like... Azuki literally like blocked and left a group chat because someone said, I do not absolutely despise Vortex. He was like, I just want... He was like, I am in a Vortex server for tourney, and then Azuki got mad because the person didn't absolutely like want Vortex to be dead. Man, brick bots.
Wait, what happened? Tell me what happened.
So basically, there was a group chat playing Bed Wars, and then like this dude that talked about this Vortex tourney, and how he wanted the Robux, and Azuki started getting like super mad at the dude because he wasn't hating Vortex, you know?
Wait, who was it though? Who?
Azuki Nico, the brick bot.
No. I'm saying who was the person
Mia,
who was
the
like in Vortex tourney?
the Mia dude, the dude with
Oh,
like
that person.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
and they got super pissed. I mean, we can't expect much because they're from Brick. We can't expect anyone from Brick to be sane, intelligent human beings.
-0 IQ.
Brick moderation. Apparently, calling a weapon cancer is a ban worthy.
Wait, look, how many results are there for the word cancer? Let me go check.
I think it's because polyhex is in the server, so they want to be super kid friendly. Also, I think Vortex Dixis is the all is Vortex Dixis is a god is the all.
527 results for the word cancer. Looks
How
like a lot of warrants need to
how
be
much of them are
handed out.
recent? How much of them are recent? Like, are there any after Pepsi got banned?
Let me go check.
Maybe they can't be. Also, before Brick says the rule wasn't in place, Brick actually punishes people for things like things they said before the rules were updated as well. Like, let's say you say
No,
like,
there were none after Pepsi got banned.
what about before? I think like Brick has to warn like
527.
600 people because like Brick warns people for like stuff that happened after the rules got updated. Let's say before it was okay to say fuck. But now they update the rules. It's illegal to say fuck. They actually punish people for saying fuck before the rules were updated. So
What?
how much?
What? Why though?
That happened to me.
There are pinned messages with the word fuck in it.
No. It's like a met. No, it's like a. I'm not saying like they do that, but I'm not saying like they specifically banned fuck. I'm just saying like as like an example. Man,
Okay.
Azuki's a brick simp though, so we can't expect much. Everyone on Brick hates Vortex. Like if they ever met Vortex IRL, they'd probably like go on a witch hunt and try to like fucking lynch his ass, KKK style. Okay, okay, so Wall's good because it didn't get nerfed. It's spammy. It's good for void save. It's good for blocks. It's just consistent. Oh, square. I forgot to square. Okay, next let's do trampoline. I'm not sure how didn't trampoline get a huge nerf? Like the mobility is just fucking dead now.
Yeah, I think it kind of did.
Let me test it. Nope, no, it's but okay. So trampoline is a S tier because in terms of cancer, like in terms of stall, trampoline is fucking cancer as hell. You just spam it everywhere and you just like get results. Like it's not skill to abuse. You don't need timing. It's really hard to hit a trampoline staller. Oh, it's bro. It needs a nerf. Like it really needs a nerf. Shadowclone is lowest S tier. Before it was S plus tier. Okay, so Shadowclone is still good. Like now, instead of like just spamming, you have to like kind of think more about like when you're using clone. Like, is it smart to use it right now? I guess there's more of like a skill factor compared to before, where it was just spam. Also, I think Vortex is a god as an alt because all he has is default weapons and
Yeah.
he's a bacon. Yo, DM Vortex right now. See if he's awake.
Who's all of them?
Vortex 6 is a god. He sent me. I'm gonna friend him because I like his funny name.
Vortex is offline, or he could be on invisible mode.
Vortex
I
6
don't know.
Why does Roblox censor out some names? That's so far. Like, they allow the names at the same time when they try to say the name, it censors it out. Fucking. Yeah. Okay, so Vortex 6 is one friend join date yesterday. Yet it's alt.
But who's all?
I don't know who. Probably Vortex, in my opinion. Oh,
I think Vortex is offline right now. But he could be on invisible mode.
he plays like Vortex. He lunge BBs a lot.
They could just be trying to act like him.
True. I guess let's see. Let me think. Okay, so let's move on. Yeah, Spike. Spike is a solid air tier weapon. Like Spike is good for okay, area denial. There is some area denial in this game. Spike is the best at it. Like if you play spam Spike, people are never gonna. You're not really gonna go in the area where Spike is unless you're like insane or stupid, which is the same thing. So I mean, you
Yeah,
click Spike.
Spike's pretty underrated, honestly.
No, yeah, Spike's pretty good. I think Pepper remains it now. So Spike's no longer. So Spike's about to become meta because everyone's gonna copy Pepper. But Spike's it's good. Okay, so Spike is kind of like a Super Ball in trowel form. That's basically it. It's a Super Ball in trowel form, but not like super easy to aim. Ball turret is ball turret is mixed B tier. It's easy to snipe, but like no, like okay. I don't get this. But Pepper actually gets ball turret to work very effectively. He I don't really get how. How does he do it? How? Pepper's just built different. Balter also Balter is pretty good. I mean, it's like 15 bricks, but like it can be used. I mean, it's B tier because it can like be if you use properly, you can basically suffocate them with like ranged Balter spam, but that's kind of niche. Cage is also an A tier. Cage is really only good for like blocking now. Because it's not that good for like you can cage trap, but it's harder, very hard, like much hard. Like I can still do it well, like to get kills with it, but like, sheesh, it's not as good for PvP. And in terms of block stuff, like wall and truss are actually kind of pretty good now as well for it compared to cage. Like truss is always better for blocks, and cage is good for like quick instant blocks though. Like truss can't block everything instantly, but wall can. So, oh, cage is an A tier, and then spec you there.
Yeah,
Trust is a solid height, is solid A tier as well. Trust is good for void saving, is good for blocking, and also you can you can make like a lot of really fun mobility combos with trust. Like trust staircase or like in ocean, you can like you see these ledges kinda? You can do this, lunge forward, go backwards, make a staircase, go back, keep going forward, and like just like play around them with trust very well. It's fun to do. Trust is really good. It also gives you a nice height advantage as well. And it makes it harder to cage trap or spike. Kinda. Like if you're on top of it. So this is the finished list. Coco S plus, Sword S plus, Crystal S plus, Remote S plus, Bow S, Katana S, everything else. Yeah. I feel like and that's the tier.